Time now for your forewarned weather.
Well, Horseshoe Bend, a beautiful spot, and we see the photo behind you, Seth. What a nice view there.
Yeah, this is no photo. This is a live view.
Ooh.
Yeah, even better. So it's looking really nice out there. As you take a look just down here, you notice we do have those colors starting to pop. Those are some oranges. This is Sundance Summit, mostly the higher terrain. I notice we have a little bit towards Cottonwood Canyon as well and some of the other higher spots. So we take a look at our current foliage map. You notice we do have some low color in the northern mountains from the Uintas to the Wasatch all the way down through the central mountains, southern mountains getting a little pop of color as well. We still have a little bit longer before we see color in the valleys though. Unfortunately, with how dry it's been, we do expect lower fall foliage colors, but they do come earlier, so there's a silver lining with that. Temperatures right now are in the 70s and 80s across the state. We're at 80 degrees here in Salt Lake, 82 up in Logan, 70s and 80s down I-15, and 85 degrees in St. George, and it's dropping fairly quickly. Just 2 hours ago, it was in the mid to upper 90s in Washington County. As we take a look at the satellite radar, this is the reason why. You notice this band of clouds moving on in. That's capping that daytime heating, and that moisture is also keeping things a little bit cooler. This low pressure system inching its way a little bit closer, and there is a whole lot of activity. You can see that there. There have been many severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings associated with this, and it is inching its way closer to the northern part of this, or the southern part of the state. And we could be seeing precipitation anytime between now and tomorrow, but it really starts to kick up as we get to the late hours of tonight and into tomorrow. Right around midnight is when we see those showers uptick in St. George, and then 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, scattered showers are expected. Now, flash flooding is expected here in the north as well. It is possible, not quite significant, not quite probable, but it is still something worth keeping your eyes to the skies for. If you do want to go out to any of our outdoor recreation areas, the swell, arches, and canyonlands, those are going to be your best bet. We're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies there and no rain showers. The precipitation potential shows that south central and southwest Utah have the best bet for that wet weather. It could move up towards the West Desert as well. The Four Corners region also could get a little bit of moisture. And as we get into tomorrow, that continues lifting further north, eventually impacting the Wasatch Front, the Wasatch Back, Uintas, Cache Valley, and we could see it all the way down in central Utah as well. We can't rule it out in southern Utah. They will still have some lingering moisture. Our Futurecast walks us through, gives us the timing here by ABC 4 News at 10. We start to see those showers down in Washington and Iron County, moving through in the overnight hours, pushing a little bit further north towards the afternoon. Although this model isn't showing any thunderstorms Friday afternoon, we could definitely still see some. And then central Utah keeping those showers locked in, starting to move towards the north. By Friday evening, we could see a couple showers towards the Wasatch Front as well. But Saturday has a much better chance of bringing wet weather to the Wasatch Front in northern Utah, especially Saturday night. You could see that there, the model picking up on a serious amount of precipitation there right around 10, 11 o'clock Saturday night. Our upper level Futurecast shows us the reason why. We have this high pressure, which is keeping us fairly calm to the north relative to the south, where they're seeing isolated thunderstorms into tomorrow. But that high pressure erodes and that low pressure digs a little bit deeper, and we see isolated thunderstorms in the north Friday night into Saturday, maybe even into Sunday as well. Most of the isolated thunderstorms will be in Wyoming and Colorado and the higher terrains in northern Utah, but again, we could see it on the Wasatch Front. Now, this is where our models get a little bit dicey. They can't quite agree what's going to happen next week, but this particular one brings a system in from the north, could bring some isolated thunderstorms, just a slight chance in northern Utah. And then by the middle of the week, we have another system that could be coming in from the south, similar to what we're seeing now, bringing a chance of some wet weather in the middle of the week. But again, the models are still trying to cross their T's and dot the I's on that. Our regional forecast for tomorrow shows we are going to be fairly seasonal, with daytime highs in the upper 70s to low 80s across the state. 88 degrees down in St. George. St. George hangs on to the upper 80s for a couple more days until it eventually reaches the 90s on your Monday, which is the first day of fall, the autumn equinox. Isolated showers for your Friday and a slight chance on your Saturday. And then as we get into next week, the 90s hold on with a slight chance on Wednesday. The Wasatch Front does have a chance of some wet weather as we get into tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies. Saturday has the highest chance of precipitation with isolated thunderstorms on deck. We could see it on Sunday as well. Temperatures dropping to the 70s to kick off autumn, starting autumn off on a cool note. 78 degrees. That is exactly average for the first day of fall. So we're right on track.
We're right on track. There we go.
That's what we like to hear.